Hey Tubies, it's Aisha, and this is going to be my July wrap-up. Now, I read quite a few books in the month of July, so we're going to get started. I'm just going to give you the names, the authors, and my rating. We'll start with the Fifth Avenue Trilogy, which I got the first book at BEA, which is Avenge Me by Maisie Yates, 5 stars. Then I picked up the other two books. Scandalize Me at the beginning of the month, and that's by Caitlin Cruz because it came out in June. Then I picked this up yesterday on the 29th, and this is by Kate Hewitt. I read it the same day. 5 freaking stars. I give the entire trilogy 5 stars. It takes on a really tough subject matter, and it's a contemporary story right here, written in New York City. So the New York City is kind of a character in the book, and it made me love it even more. And I love the really tough subject they took on. So I gave the whole series 5 stars. Each book 5 stars as well. I really enjoyed it. The second one I read for the month was Thor and Jack. I had about 90 pages, 50 or 90 pages left, and I just blew through this book. I didn't want it to end. I loved Catherine Harber's writing. This is what a dark fairy tale should be written like, and I highly recommend it. If you're a huge fairy tale, like read fairy tale stories, then you will really love this. Like, not the Grimm's fairy tales, which are bad, you know, pretty dark in and of themselves, but I'm talking like the Celtic fairy tales. This is brilliant. It's a beautiful, well done Tamlin retelling. I cannot wait to read the next 2 books, and I cannot wait till next year. Like, is it 2015 already? The next one, I read quite a few series this month. The next 2 books are also from a series, and it starts with Altered and then Shattered. I'll leave links down below to my reviews. I gave Altered 4 stars, I believe, and Shattered the same. I really enjoyed these books, and I'm waiting for Aubrey to contact me to tell me that she has the 3rd book written and that I can read it, like, today. No, Aubrey, really. Like, today. Get on it, woman. I really enjoyed this. These are YA, little bit of paranormal and quite a bit of dystopian, and yeah, kind of crazy. Review in the comment box. Then I read Executive Seduction by Jennifer Probst. This book kind of sold me on the BDSM aspect, but it really wasn't. I got this from BEA, and I got it for free, and it was awesome. I gave it 3 stars, 3.5 stars, because it's a really good story, but it's hilarious, it's funny, but I was kind of expecting BDSM, so that was kind of disappointing. I was expecting any minute now, and it didn't give it to me. But it was still a good romantic comedy love story, so I highly recommend it if you like those. The next 2 books I read are part of the Surrender Trilogy by Maya Banks, and I want to thank her publicist for sending these to me. I thoroughly enjoyed reading these. For Letting Go, which is book 1, I gave 5 stars. Book 2, Giving In, I gave 3.5 stars. It was good, but I wasn't a big fan of the main protagonist. I get her plight and her problems, but I just did not like her attitude and the way she handled things. And of course, I read the 3rd book, which was Taking It All, which is Chessie's story, which slayed me. And Maya, I really would like my heart back, please, because you tried to destroy it. And I highly recommend this series. Really extremely well done. Really, really well done. I just, oh my god. Chessie's story, the 3rd book, is my favorite, and I cannot wait to get myself a copy. And yay, it's gonna be awesome. I gave the third one 5 stars as well. So the first one 5 stars, second one 3.5, and the 3rd one 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. The next book I read was Erin McCarthy's Shatter Me, and I wasn't supposed to read it this month, but as soon as they gave me a copy, I read it. I read it from NetGalley. 4.5 stars. Oh my god. Erin, why are you trying to kill me? Because I cried. Like, this book was, it's not as emotional as the very beginning, and the character isn't as ballsy and raunch as my favorite character in book 2. And she's not as reformed as a character in book 3. She's just a great combination of all 3 of them. and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. So 4.5 stars, really well done. It was just a little bit slow to begin, so it took a little getting used to, but I really enjoyed reading it. I gave it 4.5 stars, and I'm getting myself all of the copies in physical form. The next books I read were Bond of Courage and Bond of Denial by Linda Acher, and I need to get these books in physical form. They were wonderfully done. I highly recommend this series, especially Bond of Denial. I think Bond of Denial is going to be my favorite book out of the entire series. This is a Wicked Play series centered around a BDSM club. Bond of Denial does not have anything to do with BDSM, but it does have a gay relationship in there. So if hot man and man love is not for you, then don't read this book. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it 5 million infinite stars. I loved it. Loved it, loved it. And I also loved Bond of Courage, which I also gave 5 stars. And I will be getting myself physical copies because I thoroughly enjoyed the books. And I think just, Linda, you're doing a wonderful job. I loved Wicked Play from the very beginning, but this is even better. Then I read Walk With Me by, I can't remember the name, and I'll read it across the screen if I remember. But I'll leave a link down below to my review. I was not a fan of this book. I ended up giving it 2.5 stars. It just was not for me. The character was not for me. I didn't like the way she talked. I didn't like the way she thinked. I didn't like her immaturity. And then, of course, the male protagonist's name is my dad's name. So that really threw me for a loop. And I've never read my dad's name in any book I've ever written. So that, yeah, that kind of creeps me out. I don't like the character. I just... it reminded me of... kind of reminded me the way I felt when I was reading Bella's Thoughts in Twilight. But those are the books that I've read. Leave it down below if you read any of these. I'll leave links to all the reviews that are up in Atom, and you can check it out. I'm doing a giveaway for autographed copy of Avenge Me, which is book 1 in the trilogy by Maisie Yates. It's signed by Maisie Yates, and I'm giving away a copy so that one lucky winner can go ahead and get started in the series and enjoying the series as well. It is open internationally. It is open until August 31st. I'll leave links down below, and you know, it's really quick and really easy to enter. All right, that's it for me. Leave it in the comments. We'll talk later, and goodbye.